And here it is, the 2025 Suzuki GSX250R. We're fixing to ride it, the Urban Athlete. Stay with me. We're fixing to go on a ride with this RSV 1100 factory edition that's totally modified. And he's got the pipe on it, he's got the flash in it. I mean, it don't get no better than this. I know this is not really the video you were thinking it was going to be, but I got to hear this beast. Stay with me. Here we go. Jason's fixing to pull up here on that ER Doctor's tricked out RSV 1100. You do get the backlit LCD display. Uh-oh, I don't know if they forgot to put gas in it, but we do have one bar there. I probably should not leave without putting gas in it. But the great thing about this bike, it gets 75 miles to the gallon. We'll put it in first gear here. You got your gear indicator. He's saddling up back there. The thing that's great about this bike, you can have this bike at 15 in Texas, but you can only go up to the 250cc limit on a motorcycle. So you could give this to your kid, let them learn on this. I don't exactly know what the top speed is, but
I just put this map on this bike.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go do the route. It'll run, but it may not run great.
Okay.
We should change it if we get to go or not.
He did just put the map on that bike. It does redline at 10.5. Huge thank you to Plano, Kawasaki, Suzuki, Aprilia that carries all this stuff in stock. I'm going to tell you something, and people may think I'm crazy, but I know if I was letting my child ride a motorcycle, that I would not want them on something like that. I would start them out small, and that way if they crash or have a problem, but anyways, the seat height on this is 31 inches. It does weigh like 399 pounds. Take a ride here. The thing about this motorcycle also is it handles really good. Now, he's a very experienced track rider, Jason, that works at the store. So here we go. Give this thing a little goose. Oh yeah. And this thing is not so herky-jerky to where if you didn't have your hand on the throttle, it jerked the grips out of your hands. He said he was checking out the flash on this to make sure it's okay. But man, what a beautiful piece of art right there. Tell you what, I'm sorry for being distracted. I usually don't take motorcycles, let motorcycles go with me, but he wanted to check this out, and I'm just infatuated with this Aprilia stuff. Actually, any motorcycle, you fixing to start rolling here. I can take him off the line. Well, you got to be careful, and that's what I'm saying. This is the perfect starter bike for somebody to learn on. Well, they'll learn all the skills that they need. It's got all the speed you need. It was 58 mile an hour in third gear. This is a 6-speed motorcycle, so it's going to do everything they need. If it falls over or something, it's not a $15,000 motorcycle. So take a ride here. This may be the best beginner bike ever made. I mean, if you're really nervous about learning, third gear, 54. But what an awesome bike for $5,100. How could you go wrong? You really, these motorcycles are indestructible. It will do highway speeds. I mean, I'm 54, 53 mile an hour. And I'll tell you another thing I've thought of with these. Also, too, I would rather be on this than a Grom. This makes like 25 horsepower. But the thing to me, if I was putting my child on it, would be the tail light. And those tail lights on the Grom sit so low, they're almost below the line of sight. in a car, but this is a full-size motorcycle, so you got the tail light up there. But man, it's going to do everything you need it to do. I mean, it's still climbing. I'm 75 miles a gallon, 3.5 gallon fuel tank. Actually, I think it's 3.3. That's hard to imagine you could go 200 miles on a tank with this. Just something to have fun on, to learn on. That was a chainsaw. Here we go. Handles just like a Ninja. There he goes. And then one day they could get up to something like that if they stayed with the sport. Insurance is going to be super cheap. You tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Would you put your kid on rather put your kid on a 500 Ninja or 400 Ninja or something like this? The 400, 500 Ninja makes about 40. The 400 is going to make like 43 horsepower. The 500 is going to make like 47. And I believe they make 30 foot-pounds of torque. That is a good looking bike right there. Of course it should be. I think that's a $26,000 bike stock. I've rode one of those, and that's about as good as it gets. Matter of fact, I think it's a horsepower king as far as 1 liter motorcycles. This bike has everything you need. Gear indicator, all that, high beam, super easy. You can adjust the brake over here. Everything on this bike is just simple stupid. This probably is the best way to learn on a motorcycle, really, and be pretty safe. I mean, it's not going to jump out under your hands. I don't even know truly if I could wheelie it. Matter of fact, I would say no. Just ain't got that kind of horsepower. It's got a little rumble though. I mean, just like a full-size bike. Here we go. It's got an RPM, a shifter. Let's try that again. It should turn white. Let's see. Yep, there it is. 4th gear. Still climbing. 67. This will do highway speeds all day long. Hey, if you like this kind of content, I've got hundreds of videos in my playlist. There he is. I always go into my first ride playlist and pick one of them. I've done all the 26s, most of the 26s. Matter of fact, I think I have done them all. Plano Kawasaki Suzuki, stay right there, lady. Does have ABS. Here we go. Now watch this guy in the corners. Look at that. Huge thank you, Plano Kawasaki Suzuki, Moto Guzzi. They've got all this stuff. I appreciate y'all riding with me. Doing 2 videos a week, so make sure you're subscribed. Make sure if you got something from this video, you like it. God bless. We'll see you on the next one.